Do you like overly dramatic poses? How about ending a flashy move by making it look like you sheath your weapon, then the monster takes massive damage? Also, do you like having a weapon arc the size of the Titanic to make sure you don't miss when dancing around the monster trying to get your weapons level up? Well, do I have the weapon for you? If you have not guessed it by now, it's the Longsword. Now, being a greatsword enthusiast, I do feel a little lighter, but the awkward attacks are still around until you really level up your weapon. And you got 3 ways of leveling up this bad boy. You got to dance around the monster, swinging wildly, and you just need to hit it with your last attack. Then we got the slightly harder to time Electric Boogaloo, followed up by a Slicing Shuffle that has to hit the monster, then Roundhouse Attack to level the thing up. And the harder one for me, but you can look so good while just standing there waiting for them just to start something until you slice right through them. The challenge for me was actually getting into the pose at the right time more than actually doing it, because, well, the second one only requires you have an attack just before and you could be boogalooing all over the place. With either of them, the iframes are so nice. But what if I told you there's another way? A way that is also just as dramatic because, well, after all, that's what the Longsword is all about. Get you some wounds. Just hold your focus and scan bot that monster looking for wounds and focus strike those wounds to get that next level instantly. As always, make it look stylish. Now that you have your weapon leveled up and looking that much cooler, what are we to do with it? Well, I'm glad you asked. We can perform the Helmbreaker. Not sure what monster is wearing a helmet, but that's okay. Let's just go leap up in the air and come down making cool whooshing noises and some pretty neat damage. So of course, me being a person who does not mess around much with other weapons, I actually pressed the button and found out, hey, there's another attack after the Helmbreaker. It's called the Spirit Release Slash. To be honest, it's a pretty broken and amazing in the right circumstance and does a surprising amount of damage. And also, of course, the cool pose coming out of it, because if there's one thing the Longsword is all about, it's style points. But I think the coolest thing about the sword is the level 3 part of the sword. It's basically just a relentless attack you get to do now, and you just put wounds all over the monster. So when you dip into the yellow, you can pop a wound and get right back into the red tier of your weapon and continue punishing the monster for its hubris of thinking it could take you down in this form. You are unstoppable as the wind itself, relentlessly attacking and dodging out of the way, never backing down, just cut after cut after cut. The only thing that's going to stop this is the sweet, sweet release of death. And when it does come, hopefully it'll be in a dramatic pose. So yeah, I like the Longsword. It's pretty good. And that's the Longsword from the perspective of a bird. Bye.